Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Cody's Room. This is Cody, and like the title of this video is going to say, why all the hate for Jackson? Holding for thumbnail because I don't have editing. Hopefully, they'll choose that as my thumbnail. Anyway, lots to cover in this video because I feel like Jackson has just been getting a really bad reputation when really my 1999 Jackson, Kelly, Kext MG, Quilted Mapletop EMGs. I mean, neck through construction. You can see the neck through. I can see it even on the camera. You can see where it's neck through. So this guitar new probably cost in the 90s like 800 to a grand or something, which is a lot in the 90s. It's a lot now. But recently there's been so much shade thrown at Jackson, and it's because they've just stayed true to their brand. They haven't came up with many newer models. Okay, they do have the signature Misha Mansour Juggernaut. They have the Jeff Loomis Kelly, both incredible guitars. Like right now, I'd buy both of those guitars if I could afford to. But why all the hate for freaking Jackson? Here is my opinion. The reason all the hate for Jackson is because they're not modernizing with the new modern metal scene. To get those kind of specs, you have to order the signatures or get the super high-end guitars. But I mean, Gibson doesn't even have a low-end guitar. The cheapest guitar Gibson sells is like $1,100 or $1,200, and that is a Les Paul Studio. No binding, just bare bones guitar. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a decent looking top. But you know what I'm saying? Dude, why hate on Jackson? And side note, 3 more days until Tool and the Acid Helps show in Louisville, Kentucky, KFC Yum Center. Got my ticket. I am going with my buddy, and I can't wait, man. I cannot wait to see Adam Jones. That's like the whole reason. I love Tool. Like, psh, of course I love Tool. But I'm just going, Adam Jones is like my hero. If I had to name a guitar influence, I would definitely top of my list would be Adam Jones. Just his playing, the way he hits his strings, the melodies and stuff he comes up with, like insane. Adam Jones. I can't wait to see if he's playing his his new Gibson signature model. Or if he's playing the old original. I can't wait to see his guitar changes, his amp equipment. Of course, it's a stadium, or not a stadium, but an arena, so they're probably amps on stage that have no volume or just enough volume that the players themselves can hear. And they probably run the guitars, drums, vocals, bass, everything through the monitors that's above you. That's what I'm guessing, That's pretty much amps on stage at arenas. They're just for show, pretty much, nowadays, guys. I'm sure most of you guys know that anyway. But, yeah. Besides this baby right here, this Schecter Hellraiser, and my LP Epiphone Prophecy Plus. Besides those 2 guitars, this one is still better than those. My Jackson is, I don't know. My Jackson has squeals, pinch harmonics like crazy. Maybe it's the way I've got it set up. I don't know. I need to set up my Schecter. but it already plays great. It just doesn't have great pinch harmonics. So I'm going to change the strings and set it up better. But anyway, we're going to demo this, and you're going to hear it. And you've heard it on my channel if you've watched my videos. It's a great damn guitar. We'll do some E standard. We'll do some drop D. It doesn't much get better quality than this, especially in 1999. Even nowadays, this is an incredible quality guitar. I've got the case for it. Right over here, huh? There's that big ass widescreen TV size case that I've covered in band stickers. Whatever, I do what I want. Alright, but anyway, you know, all the hate for Jackson is because they have stayed true to their brand. They don't put good pickups in their lower model brands. Like my Ibanez Geo here. Great guitar for $200. Bound fretboard. I mean, this guitar is awesome. Silver burst, $200. It's got Jackson branded fake looking EMGs, but they're passive. I'm getting a Duncan distortion for the bridge and a Duncan neck pickup passives, and I'm gonna switch them out, and it's gonna be an incredible guitar. I already know. Like for $200, it'll probably sound like $1 million. That's the only guitar I have that's a cheap guitar. But yeah, like Jackson, you know, when you're only spending $400 and $500 on a guitar, Jackson puts Jackson pickups in there, and Jackson branded pickups are not good. Ibanez branded pickups are not that good. Are they good enough for a beginner who's just learning to play and it just has a practice amp? Absolutely, absolutely, they're fine. But when you start getting into tones and like recording and stuff like that, you need good sounding pickups. Just like you need good amps and good cabs. But people are hating on Jacksons. And I watched a video by something Shred. I don't know. Something Shred. It wasn't Jamie Slays. Or it was something Shred of the Dead. It wasn't Shred of the Dead. It was Shred something. And the guy had a valid point. He's like, anything made after 1999 from Jackson pretty much sucks. Like, they're using cheaper materials nowadays unless you're buying the Signature Series. So if you're going to buy a Jackson, don't be discouraged. Look at it like Gibson. You buy something cheap. Epiphones are all great. I freaking love Epiphones. If you buy an Epiphone that costs more than like $400, like an SG, that's $400, or a Les Paul, it's like $500, you're going to probably get a good guitar. There might be a couple QC issues, but once you set it up, it's not going to be playable out of the box. You're going to have to set up the neck. You're going to have to set up the bridge, like, change the strings because they put shitty strings on there. But, yeah, man, people are just hating on Jackson when this is my best guitar, and I have a ton of great guitars. I got cases everywhere full of guitars I won't even pull out, but this is still my best player. Like, this thing jams. So enough talking. Let's get to some sounds from this Jackson. I've got the volume turned down because it's 9 a.m. and I pissed my neighbors off because they were parking in front of my mailbox and I couldn't get packages and mail. So I told them they gotta move their freaking cars, and they did. But I'm sure they're not happy at me. But I don't care. We need some volume. Oh, did I say volume? I meant volume. I haven't practiced either. I just picked up the guitar and started making this video. Some harmonics and squeals that my other guitars cannot do, no matter what. Some of my other guitars cannot make these harmonics. I'm gonna drop it down to D. Let's do some more standards before I drop it. I fucking totally just destroyed that. I didn't practice it, I just picked up the guitar. Alright, let's drop it. Let's not make a whole 30-minute video out of this. to show you where this guitar comes to life. Forgot my own song for a minute. You hear those squeals, man? That's nasty, and that's just on my freaking A string. Imagine what you can do with the rest of your song. And that neck through gives so much sustain, plus the string through body, sustain for days. How can you hate Jackson? I don't get it. Sucker chugs. Of course, it's got an EMG 81 and an 85 in it. The best pickups. I don't know. I would like to try some bare knuckles and some Fishmans and all kinds of pickups. I'm gonna try the passives to put in here because I don't want to in my Ibanez because I do not want to put freaking actives in it and have to squish the battery down into the instead of having a battery canal, I have to push it down into my pots like I did on my Les Paul when I put my Seymour Duncan my Les Paul Custom when I had to put my Seymour Duncan blackout actives in it. I had to freaking shove the battery down into the where the caps and wires and everything go. But yeah, I don't get why all the hate for Jackson. I don't get it. Um, yes, they're lower tier, under probably like $600 guitars are probably not that great these days. I'll be honest about that. But if you find something pre 2000 Jackson and it's in great shape, used, buy it. Buy it. You'll have a great guitar. That Kelly, man, I paid $550 for it. For one thing, because it's 23 years old, and the only thing wrong with it, which was a major thing, I don't even know if it'll show up on camera, is there's a crack. See that crack? There's a crack in my cap, right next to my freaking knobs and my toggle switch. There's a crack, but it's like barely noticeable. But I notice it every time I look at it, and it makes me so sad. But the dude showed up, $500 for this in the case. I thought that was fair, and at first I was kind of like, oh man, did I just make a mistake? Because I started looking at Kelly's on a Jackson website with the Jackson pickups, and they're like 300, 400 new. But nah, those aren't this, baby. Those are bolt-on freaking crap. Um, yes, Jackson has kind of fallen off, but they have just stuck with what they were doing, kind of like Dean did. Dean hasn't changed, but now they're trying to, um, because they're gonna die if they don't. Uh, but anyway, that's it, guys. That's my only problem with Jackson is that their cheaper guitars are not that great. But anything pre 2000, buy it, man. And if you don't like EMGs, take the EMGs out, put you some Fishmans. You'll have to change all the wiring harnesses and all that because Fishmans have push pulls and coil splittings happening, whatever. I don't care about any of that because I only play metal crazy shit. I don't play freaking cleans unless it's a Metallica intro or I'm writing my own intro. So anyway, this is Cody's Room. I hope you enjoy the video. Please give me a like and subscribe. Share if you'd like to. And yeah, keep coming back for more videos. Kind of discouraged, guys. Like, my channel's not growing. I'm getting views every video, but nobody's subscribing. So, I don't know. It's like, I enjoy doing it, but if it's not reaching the people, if no one's subscribing, no one cares, why keep going? Like, I feel like if you go through my catalog of uploads, my videos, there's so much information in there. There are so many demos in there. There's just so much. I don't understand, but I know I'm not all England. I'm not all those guys that I've already said in other videos. I'm not those guys. I'm not no shredder, but I love guitar. I play every day, and it's my passion. So, anyway, Jacksons are great. Fuck the haters. If you want a Jackson, buy a Jackson. Just beware their Jackson branded pickups are probably shit. I don't know. I've never owned a Jackson with their branded pickups for the reason that they're probably shit. Um, all brands except for Gibson, Epiphone, ESP. Like ESP puts and LTD put EMGs and Fishmans and all kinds of shit in their guitars. They don't use like Solar. They use Solar Duncan pickups, great freaking pickups, in all their guitars. So you know, Gibson, those pickups are great. Epiphones, their passives are great. The Pro Bucker 1 and the Pro Bucker 2 or whatever, those are great freaking pickups. I mean, you could play metal all day on those passives. It sounds awesome. Um, like when I got rid of my SG G400 Pro, whatever, uh, didn't have it was mint condition, had the vintage I found a dude who was selling a vintage, like hot pink inside interior, said Epiphone on the case, an old like 60s or 70s Epiphone Vintage Deluxe SG case. Got it for $50 from the dude, and it was probably worth more than that Epiphone SG. And I traded it for an LTD, ESP LTD, with the ESP tuners, EMGs, all that great stuff. And I traded it for this Hellraiser with that case, and I did not get a case with this. Or yeah, I did get a case with this. It's that big one right up there. Right up. Can you see it? Shit. Right there, that big ass case blocking my poster. Or my banner. Or my, whatever you want to call those things, tapestries. So I did get a hard case, but the dude got me. He advertised this guitar in like a metal chrome flight case, like a metal suitcase is. That's how this guitar case was. And then he gives me a piece of crap. Well, not a piece of crap. It's a Roadrunner. It's okay. It's cool. It fits several of my guitars. So, I mean, that's alright. I didn't even give him a case. So, I got the better guitar and the case. So, whatever. This is the best guitar I own. And it's going to be the one I play the most. I really need to get these strings off. But I got to order strings. Clean the fretboard. There's a lot of gunk on there. The frets are turning like green. All the oil and grease from whoever played it before me. But this thing is mint. I mean, this thing is actually mint. There's not a scratch on it anywhere. Graphtec, Black Tusk, Graphtec nut, Tone Pros locking bridge, locking tuners. We got chrome EMGs. Like, I know this is a Jackson video, but I gotta say, Schecter killed it with this one and knocked it out of the park. Anyway, guys, it's Cody's Room. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, all that great shit. Have a good day. I'm out. I'm taking a nap before work. Later, y'all. Have a good day.